Okay. So for question 9, it asks for show that if x1, x2 is a Markov chain, then it is statistically determined by its second order probability methods. Pxi equals to xi and xj equals to xj for any ij equals to 1 to infinity. So we know that if x1, x2 to xn is a general sequence of random variables, then it is statistically determined by its nth order probability math. Pxi equals to xi and like x1 equals to x1, x2 equals to x2 for any n. And if x1, x2 is a Markov process, then it is statistically determined by its second order probability math. That is from lecture. And the proof is the probability of x1 equals to x1, x2 equals to x2 to xn equals to xn equals to, given the probability of xn minus 1 equals to xn minus 1 to x1 equals to 1, the probability of xn equals to xn times the probability of xn minus 1 equals to xn minus 1 to x1 equals to x1. And then this equals to the probability of xn equals to xn given xn minus 1 equals to xn minus 1 times the probability of xn minus 1 equals to xn minus 1 given xn minus 2 equals to xn minus 2 to given x2 given x1 equals to x1, the probability of x2 equals to x2 times the probability of x1 equals to x1. So the probability of xi equals to xi equals to the sum of probability xi equals to xj equals to k. And it is equals to the probability of xi equals to xi given xi minus 1 equals to xi minus 1. And it is equals to the probability of xi equals to xi minus 1 equals to xi minus 1 to over the probability of xi minus 1 equals to xi minus 1. So if x1, x2 to xn is a sequence of independent random variables, then it is statistically determined by its first order probability mass, Pxi equals to xi for any I equals to 1, 2, 3 to infinity. And the proof is just similar to what I've said, is the probability of xi equals to x1, x2 equals to x2 to the xn equals to xn equals to probability of x1 equals to x1 times probability of x2 equals to x2 to the probability of xn equals to xn. So you can see that if x1 to xn is a Markov process, then it's statistically determined by second order probability mass function. And that's it.